Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Sporia Campaign. Last time, we pretty much finished our massive series of migrations to transform our people into Weyrasporics, whether they wanted to be or not. And from all of this effort, we now are rocking a very, very strong ratio of Weyrasporics to everybody else. There's even still more work we can do and that we know is coming up in the future, with more migrations to turn the rest of the remaining Germans into Weyrasporics. But for now, we are in great shape, especially because this enormous population is giving us a gigantic levy. Now, part of why our levy is so strong is that migratory tribes have a really, really strong levy size multiplier as a government type, which is really meant to help them out because they tend to have such a sparse population. And using the migratory tribe mechanics, migration, has really allowed us to take full advantage of this bonus to create this monstrous horde of people to make use of in war. And we are going to war in this episode against Getia, as mentioned last episode. Now, also last episode, I did a bit of a government shuffle, and I decided to finally take the chance to bring in a new young cabinet of, essentially by modern standards, millennials or young millennials or kind of late Zoomers. I'm actually in my late 20s as well in real life. I know I look like I'm like 40, but it's just law school, not even once. But so this younger cabinet is not going to be as competent, obviously, but they're going to grow in statesmanship, and this allows me to, I guess as like an emergency measure, have some grizzled veterans sitting around in the background to bring in if I need that. But mostly just to set myself up for having the same characters to work with. They're also all really, really loyal, which is great. I don't know how I managed to pull this off, honestly. Maybe the granted office is going to just wear off soon and then it'll get worse. But I've not had to do free hands on any of them, which is great, as I don't really want to go up to increased wages. Wages are actually the largest expense of my entire country. Most of it's going to the chiefs, of course. And there's sort of not much I can do about that, unfortunately. This guy's drawing, I think, a gigantic wage. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. I could actually do some stuff about this. I don't really want to revoke free hands on him. He is healthy. Sanctioning this guy would have a pretty big impact on the wages. I think I'd rather keep him on free hands but sanction him, although the tyranny cost is huge. But I do think this may be necessary. Okay. Yeah, it's not updated yet, but it will hopefully soon. And then other than that, who's the other guy with? Yeah, this guy here. Let me sanction him as well. It's unfortunate because these guys are so old, but if I can reduce their wages a bit, I think it's worth it. Okay, having done that, let's go ahead and get ready for war. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to guess, actually hold on. Lecta, okay, they're not going to be involved. I don't think I need fort maintenance. I'm going to roll the dice that I can get away with not having fort maintenance at all. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't do that, because I'll need the fort maintenance for the forts I take. That'll definitely be the case. So turn fort maintenance on. I'll turn increased pay on as well, all the way up. And then let's get our forces going here. We could wait a little longer to hit the manpower max, but that's fine. We have 11k manpower. 11.3k manpower is more than enough for my expected needs here. Let's get going and raise up our forces. Now let's see here. Let's raise them up in Fola. Will they all raise there? No, they're going to raise all over the place. Interesting. I'm going to raise these up over here. 32,000 men. Jeez. Crazy. 7% attrition here. We're going to need to split up these hordes quite a bit to move around here. So I'm glad I did this before. Like, we're a full month before the monthly tick, just to keep the attrition from destroying all of us. Okay, so of course my actual leader got kind of a smaller. He's on donkey duty. This guy's got the entire supply train of the entire northern army. What is this command? He's like, Now this is some 11 Marshall behavior. He's like, "Give me all the donkeys. I've got a plan." All right. Do we have the same thing over here? He's not even over here. Oh, of course. All right. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some serious work here. But let me go ahead and just kind of send everyone separately from one another all around. Try to stagger them as much as possible. I'm just going to kind of go down like this. And you just wait for now. You guys come to here. And all of you. You guys can kind of come over here. You guys come over here. Alright, we'll just get them all moving. It's going to be slow going. I'm excited to build roads someday, but not for a while. We're going to need some tech for that. We're going to need some advancements for that specifically, which we're not getting. All of our advancements are just coming from trade, basically. Essentially all of it. In fact, literally all of it is just coming from trade. Unless we just happen to have random citizens now and then. But, alright, that's fine. My economy is going to be hurt for sure with everybody raised. But I'm not going into this war with only one of my 2 regions. Everyone needs to be involved. All right, you are still fine, which makes sense because he's not leading troops, but I need to keep an eye on this. Okay, he did lower to 36, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. I can bribe him as a last resort, but I'd prefer not to, if I can help it. After the tick, let's also take a look at the national wage expenses. It is, let's see here. It has been reduced for the 2 biggest spenders, but for some reason, it's not actually reduced that much. Okay, great. All right. I forgot to move these guys. You guys go down here. Wait, that's not the right. You guys go kind of down here. We'll get them reorganized once they get to the front. I just don't want them to move all on the same tile and get attrition on the way there. No need to waste manpower like that. Alright. I like how the Scythian Budinian War is happening in Lemesheviki. It's kind of funny. These guys are actually taking supply attrition because they're going on the same time. You wait there for a minute. Let's not take 5% attrition for no good reason, please. Okay, there we go. These guys are still over the cap. 5%. All right. Nothing to be done about that. I've got the manpower. It's fine. I just don't want to be taking like absurd additional attrition for no good reason. This place, ooh, grinder is rated. In Rugia. Okay, hold on. You can wait. Let me look at you in a moment. All right, let's go ahead and this is perfect. Let's replace the stockpile in Rugia. I can definitely afford this. I don't want to do that. Yeah, shortages eased. There we go. Good work. And now, do I go straight into Bleed Them Dry? I think perhaps I do. Oh boy. I feel like if anyone watching the series still somehow in the modern day has any faith that countries behave in a moral way, this series is making those upbeat convictions die quite quite reliably. It's funny because I feel like a lot of my commentary throughout my series is very self-aware, joking about how the things I do in these campaigns is quite evil when you think about what I'm doing, which is true for most strategy games, right? Like most games, you're doing things that you wouldn't do in real life, whatever it might be. But I think it's funny that with Imperator Rome, you know, because it's an honest depiction of this era of history. It's got tons of violence and just terrible tyrannical behavior, slavery, all sorts of terrible stuff. And there's even a ton of stuff in the setting that's not really depicted just to, be tasteful, right? Like, I don't need to even, like, talk about it, but that there's a ton of really terrible stuff happening to, like, women and children in this era that this game tastefully doesn't really dwell on, but would be realistic to acknowledge and talk about. But it is, of course, ultimately just a game at the end of the day, and we're all here for entertainment. But I do think it's funny that with the Sporia campaign, it's like of all my campaigns, it's probably the one that I consider to be depicting the most evil country I've run so far, because this is a country that is a ruthless, just aggressive invader of everyone around it. And then on top of that, it ruthlessly force assimilates its own population. It's sort of like 1984 style to be one uniform people. It's pretty rough, but it's a fun campaign at least. I mean, there's a reason why in Hearts of Iron 4, Germany is the most played country. It's because it's fun to play as the bad guy. And we definitely are playing as the bad guy in this campaign. But it being fun is the point. Alright. Okay, still 5%. I guess it's 5% for each one. Whatever. Let's go ahead and actually get organized now. I'm going to probably do... I think I might move as 3 groups. Are you still the martial leader? I think you probably are. Yeah. Almost not, but you are technically. Okay. Now oh, hold on. I just thought of something. This is actually, you know what? I should not have made fun of this guy's 11 martial brain, because he actually did do something very smart. I can take each of these supply trains and have them join another army, and he leads the army from the supply train. I withdraw my criticism, Skrgurtus. That was actually a clever decision, as this allows me to attach him to other armies very easily with a unit that every army would benefit from. And I don't need 6 supply trains in one army. That's definitely not. So let me split away all the supply trains and get these donkeys distributed. Alright, what I might even do actually is just have each of the individual levies just have a donkey attach and then move independently. That's probably the easiest way to do it, to be completely honest. A lot of these guys are fine as armies on their own, if Skrgurtus leads them, which is what would happen with the donkeys joining in. Alright. You go up there. Anything above like 10 cohorts is probably fine to be an independent army. And then, let's see here. Nine and... Okay, it'll be 10 with the donkeys, though. It's probably okay. Let's see here. You're enough, so let's... You stay there. While you allow attachment. And I need one more donkey to stay here as well. Actually, I need... Yeah, then these 2 donkeys... Let's see here. I'm going to attach you to this one. Actually, I'm doing it wrong. I'll have the donkeys actually lead the armies. Then the armies attach to the donkeys. Okay, and then you will just be the same. Actually, I'll have you join... I'll do it like this. But then, aha, 1 donkey heads down here. Okay. Now need to wait another month or so for everyone to shuffle around, and then we'll get our our forces arranged. Also, these guys shouldn't be this far north. I can't go... Actually, I could go through Lekta if they let me go through them. Alright, we're gonna go through Lekta. Thanks, Lekta. Appreciate it. Alright, everyone's in place. Now, my secret plan, or really his secret plan, can come to fruition. the donkey strats. Supply train stratagems. That's what we like to see. This campaign has really led me to discover the strangest strategies in Imperator Rome. You've never seen strategies like this. Alright, and then I'm going to move these guys out of the way just for organizational purposes. This is the 10th levy. So I need to wait for them to attach to the 10th levy. Actually, I'll just... Hold on. I'll just merge these guys. Why am I not doing it like that? And then you attach to the first levy. And there we go. It's perfect. You would allow attachment. You guys attach to this. Okay. There we go. Very strange, but it works. Okay, here we go. I think I declare on Miram, just in case there's for some reason I can't take Gedian land in the deal. This way I can at least... well, if I declare on Gedia, I can still take Miram land because I border them, so it should be fine either way. Let me just declare on Miram, and then Gedia comes in. Yeah, they take over as the war leader as well, so this is completely fine. Is there any reason I can think of to not bring in, just attack Gedia directly? In case Gedia perhaps has some special mechanic when they're being attacked, which might be the case, I'm not sure. This may be a workaround. Let's just go for this. Okay, so we're going to declare war to take Muradava, which is actually our for real war goal, but we also want more land than this. Here we go. Alright, war with Gedia has begun. Let us proceed. I'm going to have to kind of move everyone together awkwardly. So let's start by entering the uncolonized land, but staying fairly close together. You head to here. Okay. You bring your contingent down this way. We're going to keep everyone moving together, just to be safe. I'm glad Lecta's letting me go through them. You go like this. Trying to minimize everyone being stacked up, though. If I can. Oh yeah, I can't go through them. Scythia probably won't get me military access. You just go there. Okay. Here we go. Now this is a certified invasion right here. Look at this. Just out of an abundance of caution, because I have everybody, I'm going to wait for my entire force to be in position before I start advancing as kind of a wall, a line of soldiers. In fact, I can probably advance up like this. So I want to always have reinforcements nearby. Okay, wait for the Siege of Miram to start. And what I might also do is take more and... Because I don't have a claim on it right now, but I could just get Clepia while I'm here. I don't think I get it. Oh, I get a claim from this, but it'd just be another war with Gedia anyways. I should just take Clepia while I'm here. Yeah, it's not even fortified. Common Gedia L right there. All right. Alright. Getting close enough. Let's move down. Oops. What did I... Oh, tab opens and closes that? I never knew that. Okay. Of course, they're stacked up like this in winter. Now my manpower. Alright. This is enough. Let's see here. I'm actually going to have you 4 together descend into Gedia as such. Oh, shoot. Forgot about that. That's awkward. That's fine. Oh, wait, I can't because of the zone of control. You head in. You guys all head in. And you guys all head in. And you know what? All of you head in too. Let's just overwhelm Miram real quick. Oh, there's the Gedian army. Can I catch them? Or one of the Gedian armies. I should start this fight for sure, if I can catch them. I think they might get away. But in case I catch them, we'll see. It's kind of unclear. Ooh, hold on, wait a minute. 24th. No, there's no way I catch them now with that army. We do catch these guys here. I think I take this attack into the hills. It'll be reinforced promptly. These guys may join in, but then I'll be joining in too. Okay. Fortress under siege. Oh yeah, this is free. Certified free fortress situation here. This is why I brought everyone. Look at this. We're already facing stiff resistance. Yeah, you guys need to hurry it up though. Let's go down to speed 2. I'm actually going to have these guys redirect here to block these guys from reinforcing, and then have these guys reinforce this attack, most likely. Let's arrive here first and see what needs to happen. Mediation. An argument has been furiously raging for some time now between Jawiltis Mangilatitis and Domahild's Bautagini. This is just two people, I think two of my former officers. The gist of the matter involves a sizable quantity of wealth, with each claimant certain they are the rightful owner. After many months of fruitless decision, both parties have agreed to let Tribal Chief Scrigurtus decide. Ooh. I think they should each get both, and I get some popularity. Okay. These guys get there on February 7th. Critically, I actually get here on February 6th. I block the reinforcement, which is good. These guys coming in are not going to be too helpful, but they do join in. Oh, they join in with the extra martial, though, which is good. And then you guys, I'm going to probably... I'm going to split you off and have you reinforce the hill fight, but everyone else continues down to here. Okay. This should be fine. This may not be fine. Maybe. This is a... Maybe I should have brought one more army down here. Okay, 9th of February is their arrival. Do we finish before that? Is it better to bring everyone in here or to block this attack? I'm already locked in, actually. I can't change my call on that now. Yeah, this is fine. 7th of February. Actually, 6th of February. And then the 7th. And then I think I just do an assault now. Yeah, I just do an assault now. No need to wait on that. Okay. They're locked in still. I think I killed one of their leaders. Sacking of Miram in the midst of everything else going on. Okay, hold on. One thing at a time here. Okay, Miram, let's gently loot. There's not anyone here, and I want the population to stay here. Okay, now, let's see here. You guys bring your contingent to Dinogetia. You guys bring your contingent. Let's actually get over to the river line and recover some morale for a little bit, because we may need to face a possible attack by the Gedian army. So let's hold the river here. You guys head over here. Alright, that's good. Okay, this is not going quite as I hoped. The battle in the hills may be a loss, but the battle over here will be a win when these guys arrive in a few days. I think I withdraw the Tamasadava fighters. Yeah, that's fine. Let's withdraw them to the river line. That's a fine trade for a battle like that. But now we're going to win the fight down here and ultimately maintain the momentum. So I think that was the right call. It's a lot more morale than I was expecting. But I've got full morale on the incoming army here. Yeah, we're going to win this fight now, for sure. Battle of Piro Borodaba. These guys are going to come in. Yeah, they're going to join, but they're going to lose. Actually, while you're... yeah, let me wait for everyone to arrive and then move as a group. No more risks. Alright, they're sending everybody in, but it's not going to be enough. Okay, this is enough. Let's approach this fort. You guys actually head over here to get war score. Battle of Piro Borodava. Almost 2k loss, but we killed about 4.5k. Very nice, including a lot of their axemen, which is great. Alright, these guys here, let's get these guys organized. You guys head over here. That's a little awkward, but that's fine. You guys head to here. We need to get this fort right away. All of you guys head down here. Okay, that's good. Let's start looking at peace deals. I want that. And then we can get the rest through that. That's good. I know. I'm waiting for everyone else to arrive. Okay, you guys... Why aren't you going with your... Huh? Oh my gosh. Follow your leader, please. Jeez. Gave you an order. There's the tick. This is... Surely this is sufficient. Will this count as a fort in the area? I really hope not. Let me keep these guys over here just to be nearby the damaged army. Okay. You guys slide in here. You're going to go by the fort coverage in a moment when the fort coverage goes. Come on. Come on. All right, Polondava has been sacked. Gentle looting still. I don't need to get any funny ideas. Okay. We're heading there already. Yeah. Let's see here. That's that. I need one to go down there. I already have one go there. Okay, you go there. All of you go there. I'm gonna stay there. Just keep pushing together. Moving as a group is probably better than dealing with, than worrying about attrition right now. That's fine. So you go over there. All of you go there, though. Actually, all of you go there. Alright. Pretty much... Oh, here come the mercs. Alright. I can buy them off if I need to, but let's just hope we can not need to worry about them for now. Alright. Let's go through this. Okay. Everyone attached together to the one main army here. Okay, and then also, let me organize all these guys into one force. Okay. Everyone attached to the one guy. There we go. All of you, and their army may be down here, so that's why I'm getting them organized like that preemptively. You know what, actually... Okay. There we go. Oh. Alright, you know what? I'll take this attack. Yeah. We're crossing the river into forest. And they have less morale than me, and I'll get there before the tick. This is fine. And also, I mean, the obvious reason we're going to win is the numbers. Let's not overlook that. Also, martial-wise, we're in great shape, so this is fine. Not going to be the cleanest fight in the world, but it'll be okay. I may need to do an assault at Media just to get this as well. War score-wise, we probably can get the deal we want now. We actually can get the deal we want now. I did not think that would be true. It's almost not true. This does give me all of Getty and Scythia, which is what I wanted. And also Murim as well. This then needs me to get Clepia, which I could then get. Let's see here. This one gives me Subcarpathia, which I already have. Okay. And then I just need to... I just need to colonize this stuff, which I can do fairly quickly. I think I probably go for this deal. I could go for this... Oh, I could get more war score, and then I could, in fact, engage in a little thing called funny business. That'd be interesting. But the AE cost for that is completely outrageous, so I don't think so. Also, this deal, incredibly, and I can't believe this is possible, this deal keeps me below 50... Oh my gosh, I almost fell over. 50 AE. I'd go up to, let's see, 38.53. Wait, no, I don't know how math works. I can almost do this deal and be below 50 AE. Wait, no, I can't even. Oh my gosh, I don't know how math works at all. I'm thinking this is 18 AE, this is 28 AE. I do go above 50 AE if I do this deal. Okay. Let's, do I still take this fight then, or what should I do here? Okay, pros and cons of just doing the deal right now. I don't need to worry about the mercs. That's a big pro. Also, I don't really think there's a good reason for me to do more than this, because I don't want to actually enter Dacia. I will eventually, obviously, want Dacia. That's there's an argument, actually, once I get this part of Scythia, that it makes sense to consolidate control over Dacia. But at least for now, we're not going that far. The other pro of taking more is I get more land and more population to work with. Not that Getia is a serious threat to me, but they are one of the stronger countries nearby. I think I just go for this deal, honestly. This is fine. It also gives me a port on the Black Sea, which could be handy for accessing shenanigans further south, such as a war with the Lysimachids for tech, which I talked about before. I think this is sufficient. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, this is not happening. Even though I'm taking all their land that they are losing, it still like counts all the land for this, which is, at least I think it does. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, I think this is fine. But should I wait to do this? I don't think I can wait long enough to make it worthwhile. I'm going to go over 50 either way. Alright, let's take this deal now. I'm going to preserve the rest of my manpower. I don't need to take this fight for any reason. We actually can only just about get this deal, so this is efficient. Let's do it. Miram Muradava to Sporia, Gedian Clepia to Sporia, and Gedian Zargadava to Sporia. Alright, the Miram were destroyed. We're going to go ahead and say banish those of class. Try to get 1 extra month, basically, of AE loss. I'll take it. My tribal chief, the Dacian regional power of Getia, accepts our generous peace offer. And Sporia now has an awkward little extra bit, but we will clean things up shortly. All of you just stop moving once you can, and we'll lower them when able. Okay, any chance I can just do this the easy way? No, of course not. Actually, I can with moving pops around. And I don't really want to spend stability right now, and I do have a lot of money. So let's see if we can quickly colonize all of this just using pop moving with money. Although first, let's grab into Scythia. So this will give Muradava some bonuses for 20 years. Also Subcarpathia claim, which just gives me 5 Spork Freeman in Tanis. Okay, you know what? Actually, hold on. Hold the phone. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you, mission. I didn't even think about that, but that is, in fact, what I wanted to have happen. All right, now I just need to move 1 more Spork from somewhere. There we go. I forgot it takes a year to happen. That's okay. I can wait a year for that. And then this one here. Let's see, how's this gonna work? Let me move over. It's gonna be expensive. From Tanis, let's bring over. Oh, I can't move the Freeman. That's right. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I just need 4 Sporics. No. I need 4 Sporics here for this to work. Alright, I got 1 Sporic, 2 Sporics, 3, 4. From Octavum. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then into here. It's expensive, but it is doable. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right. This is why I do migrations instead of colonization. This is just so much of a pain. And I have to wait. It was 500 manpower per one, and I have to wait for the colonization. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't spend any stability, which is what I care about right now. Okay. We need a Scythian governor. Who wants it? Okay. Let's look for a certified, high loyalty, high finesse character who's not crafty and doesn't have crazy corruption problems. Who's also not too old. Confident, I don't love that. 8 finesse is good, though. Any other traits that would be of note here? Not really. Merciful. Freeman happiness could be quite good, actually. Double negative traits, though, on loyalty. I don't like that at all. And she has some corruption built up. Yeah, I think I'm going to put in Lubja over here. Okay. And then we've got... Oh, she doesn't have enough loyalty. Great. What's the issue? She just is below for its own sake. All right. I'm not going to give her free hands. I think I'm just going to bribe her. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, over here, all these places need to go onto harsh treatment immediately. Okay. That is fine. All right, let's go ahead and we have to wait for this stuff to be taken over to fully assess things, but in terms of where, so I do have all 3 of these provinces, which is aside from the stuff I'm colonizing, so the thing won't move around. Let's just do a quick building check. Any buildings I don't care to keep. That can go. Anything else? That can definitely stay. No buildings there, obviously. That can stay. That can go. That can definitely go. And the forts may change, we'll see. Or the forts may be destroyed, they're not going to change. Oh, this is a city? Wait a minute. City spotted. Is this the first city I've... No, I owned a city before that I got from a mission that I got rid of immediately. I'm glad I checked. This has got to go. Actually, hold on, wait. Let's do this the smart way. First, we get the money back. And then, get out of here. No cities allowed. All right, you're back to your natural swampy state, as you should be. All right, hunting camp for the deer, that's fine. Blacksmith can go. Port? I'm going to say you can go for now. I may build a port around here later, but for now, that can go. Okay, I think I've checked everywhere. Okay, as for the layout of the provinces in Muradava, where should the capital be? Let's see here. Well, if I want to line up with Ukrainica, I could put it in a place like Ad Verticum, which will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also cover the front quite well. It's also a forest on a river, which is quite nice. Oh, and it also lines up with the river's edge here. This is actually kind of a good spot. It doesn't look like it right now, but that's because this is not filled in yet. And once I own this stuff up here, which is part of Scythia, let's not forget, it will work there. Or it'll work for how I lay things out over there. I think this is actually pretty good, because this if it didn't line up with the river, I might not go for it. But yeah, this gives me control over the edge of the major river. This is currently a hunting camp, which is a shame to lose, but I think it's a better spot than Miram. Let's do it. And then, I guess before I I know it won't be Miram, Sakulo also looks like a good spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't have amazing coverage, but the location's solid. Let's see over here where the spot would be. Probably not Polondava, if I had to guess. I could put it in Zargadava itself. It's a good spot for it in terms of not being an important territory otherwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although these can be farms. Ooh, you know what? Volumus might be good. Or Milianum could be good as well. Actually, Milianum could be a farm. Oh, this could also be a farm. This so many farm spots down here. Holy moly. Let's see here. Okay, let me zoom out for a second. Where am I putting it down here? Because Olatis is really strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It actually covers 2 crossings and the entirety of this side of the river. Although it doesn't cover this side of the river, which is a little awkward. Alternatively, I could do Lepton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It covers the Tiras crossing. I could do it in Tiras as well, which also covers the Tiras crossing, you may be aware. Agrana is such a great spot if I was actually building cities, which I'm not in this campaign. This should be a mine, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's just 6. I think Olatis should be the capital here. It basically covers most of the southern part of the territory, which is probably the direction I'd be more concerned about invasion. And it does cover both of these crossings, which is great, which frees up over here, not needing a fort to cover this crossing. At least to deal with with this side, I mean. Let's make Olatis the capital. Yeah, I'm gonna. Also, horses I'm fine to lose because horses aren't a resource that have a special building associated. Actually, can I do pastures for horses? Where's pastures? Oh, enclosures. Only for livestock. Okay. Interesting. All right, and then let me quickly do some cheeky trade maximalization. Let me cancel the dates for just a moment. Please have dates for me later, Egypt. I would appreciate it. Actually, I already have stone locally, so why am I doing this? All right, Egypt, I'm back for more dates. All right. Yeah, it literally says surplus of stone. What am I doing? All right, build that there. And then, I mean, technically Miram's a good spot for lining up with that, but that's okay. Well, with this here. I think Ad Verdicum is probably best up here. Yeah, they can't get over through here. So, let's see if they enter in Tiras. They're then able to... There's like a gap right here, which Volumus could actually address. Or something near Volumus. I think Ad Verdicum lines up so well. This will set me up really well for the war with the Scythian marches up here. Although Lecta, I think, is actually independent, so maybe I shouldn't call him a Scythian march. It's just kind of an awkward spot in the province is the issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Although it'll be a power spot once I have. Is it fine to lose this? I think it probably is. I just destroyed the fort at Miram, so I'd feel pretty goofy for having to rebuild it here. Miram's not a terrible spot otherwise. Well, actually, it kind of is actually, though. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, actually, maybe not, technically speaking. Yeah. This will always be efficient. Let's do Ad Verdicum up here. Okay. And then if I wanted to close the gap on the... So this is awkward because I sort of have a southern and a northern border to worry about over here. Kind of a east... Like a southwest and a northeast border I have to kind of balance here. Let's see. If I did Loricata, it's the right distance from Adverticum. It gives me coverage with the mountains. It gives me coverage with the river. It doesn't really help close this gap here, but the gap stops basically here. They can enter through Tiras and then go to here, essentially. That's not very far in at all. I miss out on a plains farmland territory, but I think the strategic effect of this location is really strong. All things considered. They can't cross the river without getting into fort coverage over here. So essentially this is the minimal way I can do it. Let's set it up at Loricata. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Good. Let's proceed. Alright, armies can be disbanded now. Thank you. Everyone goes back. Maintenance goes down. Fort maintenance goes down. Very good. And Gedia has these mercs for no good reason. Oh, you need to not be doing that, please. Nice. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop looking at Gedia because they're no longer... Yeah, these guys are not going to be a threat to me again at that strength. Scythia, though. I'm a bit more concerned about Scythia. Well, maybe not, actually. Numbers-wise, we should be okay. If Scythia attacked me, I'd be a little worried, to be fair. That's right. Okay. Let's go up to speed 4 and get these colonizations done. Alright, we have achieved, what's it called? Miezdi Mortar? That thing from Hearts of Iron? The Polish-Lithuanian between the seas concept. We've pulled it off a little early in history. Religious festival. A group of peasants led from Dobe by High Priest Dawiltis Mantultitis have asked for our support in a local religious festival. This would be a good opportunity to celebrate unity among our people and show how pious we are, despite the notable costs it would bring upon our realm. If we did not follow through with it, our authority on religious matters is sure to diminish, as High Priest Dawiltis Mantultitis seems quite ardent on the matter. I will happily do this, I think. Monthly centralization, at that rate, we wouldn't get enough, so that'd be fine. Actually, I can just do this and not get the centralization thing, so yeah, this is just better for me. Loyalty on this guy is wasted, he's at 75. A small sum can be set aside to support them. Alright, 29 stability. Very nice. We actually have permanent score now? Oh, Rome wants my base metals. Interesting. From what? Just doesn't say. Interesting. The score situation continues to be quite mysterious. Alright, looking good. After that big war, our manpower max is reduced a bit, probably because our overall demographics are now worse. Or worse in the sense that they are less efficient. What? Why you... What? Alright. As usual, the Anatolian stuff is just bewildering. Any other developments? Nothing too notable that I haven't commented on yet. Big Kush. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. Very interesting. I kind of like to see Kush take over Egypt in this timeline. That'd just be interesting, honestly. I'd be on board with that. Okay. Getting some statesmanship already. Great. Here come our colonizations. I don't know why they're at such different rates. It's kind of strange. Is it slower when you have an active one? Maybe. Not entirely sure what the issue is. Just need these to get the mission done. Oh, there it is. Very nice. If these move the capital around, I will scream and I will cry. But I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think colonization can normally do that. Nope. Antipatrid trade. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. This was a good conquest for Sporia. We finally had a war after such a long time, but it was a smartly done war, and we're now going to control a portion of Scythia in a lasting way. Alright, I think we're probably okay with her for a while here. Although once Bribed wears off, she'll be at 30... Hold on, 32? Yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. What's our... Was it 78? That's not the right one. Yeah, May of 78. I'm going to start saving PI to get this going again when it can be gotten going again. How's my chief looking? Healthy still? Okay. Good. Lugia is recovering still. Almost there. Alright. One more. And I could actually get this as well with colonization, but I don't think that's worth doing right now. I'd rather just... I may have to move the capital around a bunch if I do that, so let's just leave it as it is. Ooh. Right after the tick, I should get this as well. There it is. Alright, the name hasn't changed, its location, but that's alright. Alright, so Karzadava will get the Conqueror statue. And that might help with the wood harvesting later on. And we get some tribesmen in Dinogetia, which is... I don't know where it is. That's fine, though. And acquire Clepia, that's 15. That's going to help a lot with that. Okay, and now we're going to need... Okay, awkwardly, we already have Bassedia, but we need to get Transylvania next. Okay, which means a Scythia war. So we just went to war with Getia, but we'll have to go to war with Scythia to continue this mission. And then I'll have to change the governor for this, which is annoying. I can just change it back after. And I get a city for free. Alright, great. Okay, things are looking pretty good in the Sporia campaign. It needs to be said. We are definitely on track to have enough PI for our Divine Sacrifice when it comes up. Also, what is our next one? Next one's Great Power. Okay, we're nowhere near enough. Yeah, Major Power. You're in Major Power for most of the mid and late game. 500 territories is really, really crazy to pull off. Unless you're already a really strong starting nation like Qin or the Ptolemaics or something. Although powerful Kush may actually check the Ptolemaics, which is interesting. Okay. I mean Maria. Maria can probably get there pretty reliably. Okay, who's actually the strongest country right now? Probably Maria, which is almost always true. I think Maria is the strongest country right now. Yeah, I would say that that's a pretty reliable conclusion. That's almost always true in Imperator. The strongest country at any one time is Maria. But we're making our way up there. We are punching way above our weight, but we're certainly not in the league of, countries like Rome or Carthage or the really, really strong countries like Maria, Ptolemaics, Qin, to some extent Zhongnu. But we're definitely getting our way there. And a few more migrations could really power us up quite a bit. It needs to be said. Okay. Looking pretty good. I think this is a good stopping point for this episode, but thank you all so much for watching. Next time we will make use of our stability we built up to do some more migratory fun. And I'll see you all next time.